Hi there, good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I host this show. So it's now March, so we're starting the new monthly series. We finished off last month's, and we're starting this month's series, which is my 31 favorite live albums. Now, I would never have done a series like this a few years ago because I simply didn't really care much for live albums, other than the odd one or two. But that's changed drastically over the last couple of years for sure. We're going to start out by telling you a little bit about what my goal is in this. So basically, I have 31 albums picked for the series. They're going to be kind of a mixture of albums I've had for a long time and some that I've had for a short time. There will be no restrictions on them as far as how many per band. I decided not to do that. And also, I will give some honorable mentions at the end of this as well. I stayed away from DVDs, like any live DVDs I've had. This is just strictly for CDs or albums if you prefer. And that's all I'm going to do here from number 31 right through to number 1. And we'll start out the first one for today by telling you that I haven't had this album for a long time, although I have heard it for many years. We're going to go with Frampton Comes Alive, maybe one of the biggest selling live albums of all time for sure. I've never been a huge fan of this album, but there are some aspects of this album I think that are absolutely spectacular. So it does have some stuff on here I really like a lot. So, of course, this is the big Frampton album, sold like 16 million or something, came out in 1976. Kind of the kind of dominant album for him. His studio albums, I don't think, did nearly as well as this album. This album just took off. I think a lot of it had to do with his guitar ability, and a lot of it had to do with the use of the talk box, of course. It's a pretty solid album. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite. It does have some stuff on it I quite like. On and this particular one is a 2-disc. You're going to see a lot of that here in this series, as many of the live albums have at least 2 discs with them. So there's disc number 1, and then we have disc number 2 over here on this side. So it comes in a kind of a box that's pretty big. So the songs on here, of course, that I like: Show Me the Way, All I Want Is to Be is By Your Side. Then you've got Baby I Love Your Way, of course, we all know that one. And then the second album has another 6 tracks on it, featuring a cover of the Rolling Stones song called Jumping Jack Flash. I think he does a good job on that here. And then Do You Feel Like We Do? Great track. Use of the talk box is excellent here. Yeah, he's still a young guy here. I think the thing that hurt him a little bit was that he got that teeny bopper look to him, and ended up on all the covers of all those teeny bopper kind of magazines, and wasn't really taken too seriously by real music. I don't know if it's the musicians or just people looking to listen to rock music. They didn't really take him too seriously, and I think that kind of hurt him a bit, but not too much because he sold 16 million copies here. So, yeah, to me, guy's a really good guitar player, has a good voice, and he has some decent tracks. And so I picked this album for my debut album here, number 31 of my favorite 31 my favorite 31 live albums of all time. So that's it, 1976. Peter Frampton. starting us off here. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to make any comments about Peter Frampton or about Frampton Comes Alive or about anything I've said, you can do that in the comment section, or you can just put your own album that you would like to put in here today as well. So take care, have yourself a good one, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.